At a freezing altitude of more than 3,000 meters above mean sea level, near the famous Tiger Hill mountain in the Dras-Karkid area of Ladakh, the army soldiers' electricity problem was solved by a peculiar power generator called the Hydroger. This hydrogen was conceptualized and manufactured in a small state in the northeastern part of India called Nagaland. So how did a state that has only one national engineering college till date and hardly figures in the country's science and technology conversation come to make what is perhaps a surprisingly clever device that has greatly improved the livelihoods of people in remote areas where reliable electricity is still a distant dream? According to Nagaland Empowering People Through Electricity Development, or NEPIT, the term hydroger is an amalgamation of two words, hydro and generator. A hydroger is basically a turbine that uses the energy of the running water to generate electricity. Or in more scientific terms, it converts the kinetic energy of the running water into electricity. NEPIT website summarizes the inner mechanism of the hydroger as, the mechanism is unique in its simplicity. It comprises of cylindrical cast iron casing housing an alternator which is connected to the turbine through the shaft. The idea of the hydroger was born out of necessity rather than deliberate invention. When NEPIT officials found that the Chinese-made Pico generators they had purchased were poorly built and of subpar performance. Motivated with the idea of making it indigenously, they approached Nagaland Tool Room and Training Center. After much research, the first two prototypes were made in 2008. Initial testing found the prototypes to be much more efficient than the Chinese imports. It was also cheaper than the ones imported from China by 50%. The overall cost of the hydrogen now came around to rupees 1 to 2 lakhs. The hydrogers were initially installed without an electronic load controller, or ELC, an instrument weighing around 1 kg that converts the power generated by the hydroger into steady, usable electrical load, thus preventing short-circuiting of electrical appliances. Without it, using the power generated by the hydroger would directly result in fuse bulbs and damaged appliances. Given the need for an ELC, NEPIT sourced the research and development to a third-party entrepreneur. The entrepreneur came out with a prototype in 2009. A memorandum of understanding was signed between NEPIT and NTPSC in 2009 for production of hydrogers. The Hydroger Replication Program had since been picked up by NABARD under their Rural Innovation Fund. NEPIT has also established a Center of Excellence at Industrial Estate Dimapur called Center of Excellence for Renewable Studies, or CERES, under Department of New and Renewable Energy, Government of Nagaland. An interesting outcome of the whole Hydroger program is the inception of what NEPIT calls rural engineers or barefoot engineers, a dedicated cadre of professionals at the grassroots level who will be in charge of site selection, installation and maintenance of the units. Besides the obvious benefit of employment for the rural youths, this also ensures sustainability and continuity of the project. Hydroger has greatly improved the lives of people in far-flung villages. The electricity generated has translated to longer duration for economic and productive activities. Students could now study till the late hours of the night. Women engaged in vegetable marketing could spend extra hours sorting the vegetables. And local artisans could use power tools to work on their commissions, and so on. An additional benefit of deploying hydroger in villages is that the villages were no more proactive in environmental conservation activities like maintenance of watersheds and conservation of forest area. This made in Nagaland hydrogers have found its home not only in the remotest of corners within the state, but also in other states such as Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Sikkim, and Maharashtra.